series of Never Mind the Buzzcocks. I'm Simon, his power lies in his magnificent big bushy hair Amstel. And apart from this, nothing has really changed. Still the same award-winning fun. No sense of rats fleeing a sinking ship. And as always, this is a pop quiz that likes to focus on the positive rather than the negative. So welcome to the show that Phil Jupitus hasn't abandoned, ladies and gentlemen. He's still here. He's still here. And while Bill Bailey isn't here because of other commitments, replacing him this week, it's only Mark bloody Ronson, people. Mark bloody Ronson.
It's a great honour. Thank you.
And on Mark's team tonight, she's usually chasing pavements, but tonight, pavements, you can take the evening off because she's not chasing you, she's chasing points. It's Soul Sensation and points from a sugar, Adele. Also on Mark's team, not that we're panicking about the loss of anyone in particular, but it's comedian with a piano, Tim Just In Case Minchin. And on Phil's team tonight, honk, honk! That's the sound of a klaxon. But what does this one sound like? Like a bloody cool human, we hope. It's one of the Klaxons, Jamie Reynolds from the Klaxons. And Phil's second guest is an actor with the charisma and talent to make anything he's in, however bad the script, seem like it certainly should be good enough for BBC Three. It's Ralph Little, everybody. Those are the teams. Now let's make a show that will later be edited into a watchable form. So we begin with Sorry No Refunds. Phil, Ralph and Jamie, look at this.
While we were trying different things,
I've never met Kid Rock, and I don't know anything about him. But I get the impression that underneath the hat and the beard and the vulgar displays of wealth is actually something of a penis. Lovely. That was Kid Rock with All Summer Long. But what caused him to pull out of this year's Download Festival? Was it A, a row about food vouchers? B, an email from Pamela Anderson containing news? Or C, a malfunctioning shoe?
Did Pamela Anderson send him an email saying, I have heard from a representative of a member of the Nigerian royal family who wants to put £500,000 in our bank account, Kid Rock?
Pamela Anderson got hepatitis C now. Is that what the news may have been? Pamela Anderson sending an email going, by the way, kid, Mr. Rock, you might have a hep C.
I tell you what,
it'd be worth it, though. I'd take hep C for Pamela Anderson.
Well, I think it'd be nice if you did have hepatitis. If Chris Tarrant, have you got hepatitis A? Hepatitis B?
He pulled out because he realised that no one, certainly in this country, knows any of his songs, any of his back catalogue, thinks he's a total helmet, and even this song's just a rip-off of Sweet Home Alabama and a pile of total shit. Just a thought.
Go, Ralph!
Thanks. He didn't even have the decency to put trumpets on it like Mark does.
Yeah.
I think there's more than just putting trumpets on them.
There's a whole brass section, isn't there?
No, you just need trumpets.
Ralph Little, by the way, is here promoting his new BBC Three sitcom, Massive.
I was just here to do a topical...
Hang on, they almost applauded. That could be the best review it ever gets. You're, of course, best known for your 2 pints of lager and a packet of crisps programme.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd say I was more known for the multi-BAFTA award-winning royal family.
Certainly.
But do go on.
No, you are known for Royal Family as well.
Yeah.
And that's known for its, incredible quality. But that 2 pints programme, really known for its quantity. So people, I think when people remember that 2 pints programme, they'll say, it was so frequent.
People do seem to watch it as well, which is bizarre.
Why is that?
I've never quite figured that out, but it does seem to be rather popular.
Because you're not a fan of it, are you?
Well, I've always been a bit of a comedy snob, and, like, 2 pints wouldn't necessarily be my style.
No, but you had a mortgage.
Well, yeah, And, I've paid it.
Yeah,
so,
good.
So that's all right, but, like,
Would it have been kinder to the population if you'd have just, stolen stuff?
There's quite a few people that seem to like it.
Yeah.
I've never actually met any.
No. Jamie, lovely to have you here.
Thank you.
Any Klaxons news, Jamie?
Yeah, we're sitting about trying to put another record together. And then hopefully something will be out next year.
I'm a big fan of the Klaxons, of
Thank
course.
you very much.
There's you. You're Jamie from the
I'm
Klaxons.
Jamie, yes.
There's also James from the Klaxons.
Yes. He's better looking than me, isn't he?
Quite hot.
I know. That's why I got him in.
Do people ever get confused and book you for a TV show thinking it's him? I don't mean to be funny, but I think it happened week for somewhere that I'm sitting quite close to this man here.
No, I wanted the big lumpy one.
OK, good. Good to have a Klaxon. Good to have one Klaxon on. What about this answer?
No, well, so so it was broken shoes or an email from Pam.
Yes, or food vouchers.
With important news.
How are you, Phil, by the way?
All right, you know.
Yeah?
I'm OK. How about yourself? Yeah.
I'm having fun tonight.
Yeah.
But I just feel like, you know, with Bill not here...
Yeah.
I feel almost like I can't breathe.
Well, have you spoke to him at all? Maybe you should ring him.
No, do you think I should?
Well, you'd certainly let him know how you feel, if you do feel like that.
Yeah. Maybe you're right.
If I should die, it's 'cause you took my breath away. 'Cause it was like living in a world with no air. Oh,
Here alone, didn't wanna leave. My heart will move, the sea can bleed. 'Cause there was a way that I can make you understand.
do you expect me?
I feel better now. You're right. It helps to talk.
It's good. It's good. So...
OK, so...
B. So, come on, chaps. What do we reckon?
Food vouchers. They're all about food vouchers, yeah.
You're correct. The answer is A. Kid Rock pulled out over a row concerning food vouchers, which culminated in him urinating on the festival boss's sofa. The event caused widespread reaction. Festival organisers played down the incident. Kid Rock claimed it was disrespectful, and R. Kelly said, "Is this sofa still going?" Then adding, "And this Kid Rock, how old is she?" Right, Mark, Adele and Tim, watch this thing. Should we take a moment to listen to this recent Kylie song and appraise it honestly? No, let's bloody not. She's very brave, you insensitive bastard. Now keep talking before anyone hears the music. That was Kylie Minogue with Wow. But what caused a dramatic delay to her Brighton gig in 2007? Was it A, she got one of her tiny feet stuck in a cattle grid? B, a mysterious bag of French bulls was found at the venue? Or C, organisers couldn't find a good spoon for her soup?
I'm writing this all down, because I remember I was on a show once and I remember Bill Bailey write everything down.
Yeah.
Can you clarify bull? Was it bulls?
Bulls. As in,
bull.
Bulls.
Bull, like the French.
Isn't the plural of bull?
But if we said boule, a bag of French boule...
It's just...
It didn't make sense to me. I thought you said bulls, and I was like, how do you get bulls in a bag, French or otherwise?
I think if there are any French people watching, they go, "Yeah, quel pop quiz imbécile!"
And then what was C?
C is organisers couldn't find a good spoon for her soup.
Spoon for the soup. And then what was the question?
Ah, yes.
Do you like this? I want to know if you like Kylie, because
I love Kylie.
Do.
Could someone just tell me the question really quick, please? I'm just going to ask you for like 10 minutes.
In 2007 get delayed?
So...
Are you OK, Mark?
No. I've never been so nervous in my entire life.
You're being very self-deprecating, Mark, but you're clearly a great first captain. You're very cool, you're handsome,
Kylie's glasses.
That's
nice.
much better. Okay, the confident Mark Ronson's back.
Well, let me... Adele,
Yeah. What are those glasses that you've just put on?
they make me feel better.
Yeah.
When I'm nervous.
I mean, you already look cool. But now you look like a swinging 60s heartthrob.
I'm going to a snooker tournament. I can't do the dance. Maybe we should just get back to this video, because I want to say something right now.
Let's see the video, Daddy-O.
Let's see the video.
She's beautiful. Does anyone know her? Has anyone met her? You're a rock star? Well, whatever.
You met her?
I met her once after the Brits, and...
Did she talk to you?
She doesn't talk to you, Kylie. She talks at you.
I've got this image of her because she just seems so down to earth, you know, and she's 40-something and she's dressed in this roller skating outfit. I've got this image of all these record producers coming up to her and going, so, Kylie, we're doing this new rave thing and it's like this 80s synthesizer, and her just going, oh, OK, yeah, all right. And you got to wear, like, this futuristic roller skating outfit. Oh, yeah, all right, that sounds fine. How much am I getting paid for this? Oh, $10 million, 10. Oh, I'll put that in my savings account. Yeah. Oh, I wish I had a baby. You know, that's it.
Oh, how could he? How could you, Tim Minchin? I think the only way that you can apologise for that joke is if you give her a baby.
Well, I've got one, and it's a pain in the ass.
Let's Adele.
Yeah?
Hi.
Hi.
I'm trying to now be, like, really official in Team Captain, so...
You got a pad?
Things down. Well, have you ever been late for a gig or cancelled a gig for any reason? Would you happen to know which one of these answers might be
I've done
appropriate?
both.
Some great captioning there. What about that captioning, huh? That's very good.
Someone's got to do it.
Adele.
Yeah?
Are you currently working with Mark Ronson?
No, I'm not actually.
If you do,
You say that quite proudly. What is that all about?
Because everyone is.
Do you know why I like you? Because you're down to earth and you're likeable. You're like the perfect human being.
Thank you.
And you're real and you tell it like it is and you're always honest.
Yeah.
Tell us who you hate most out of Lily Allen, Kate Nash and Duffy.
Lily Allen, Kate Nash and Duffy.
Why do you hate Duffy so much? Why is it? Is it you don't trust him? You don't trust him?
Okay, no, I don't hate Duffy, but I'm Welsh as well, and I wish people would know that, because my nana gets quite upset
Yeah.
that no one recognises that I'm
You
Welsh.
feel she's sort of stolen the sort of Welsh thing.
But she is full Welsh. But she's North Welsh. North
Yeah.
Welsh.
Yes, because I can tell from your accent that you're more South Welsh.
So it's the Welsh thing. And also
Yeah.
you feel like in interviews she comes across as a bit fake, yeah?
Why
Really?
are you doing this?
You think what? You think she's older than she's saying she is? You think that's a lying bitch,
I
really?
love
A
Lily
lying...
Allen. I love Lily Allen.
Wow. You like Lily Allen?
I love Lily
Yeah,
Allen.
but you hate Duffy. Now, why would you hate Duffy so much?
I've never been late for a gig myself. We're going to go B. Balls.
Big balls.
I'm going
Big
to
balls. Balls,
Okay.
B, balls.
Thank you, Mark Ronson and team. The answer is B. Balls. Huh? What a team. Great captioning. The answer is B. Balls. The bomb squad was called when a suspicious package was found at the venue. Fans were evacuated until it was discovered the suspected bomb was actually just a bag of French balls. The absent-minded terrorist only realised his mistake when his post-bombing celebratory balls game reached a surprisingly bloody climax. OK, next up it's the totally bearable intros round. Phil and Jamie, here are yours for Ralph Little. Good luck, Ralph.
Cheers.
OK, we'll have a go at this one. 2, 3, 4. Where? Where?
You've got it, you've got it.
I know, yeah.
Yeah?
Don't know what it is. You do a fantastic cover there. Yeah, thanks.
That's a shame.
No, no idea.
No?
I think it would help if he could just only hear Jamie's version without Phil in there, maybe. Let's try that.
I can't believe you're producing the intros round. It's fun.
Yeah, we'll do the Ronson remix. Let's do the Ronson remix. Hit it!
It's harder than it looks, right? Right, so do you know what it is now, Ralph?
I've no idea.
It was Love Is Noise by The Verve. Here's how it should have sounded.
Listen, listen and learn. I got this one. Ready?
Yeah.
Boom down, boom down, boom down, boom down, boom down, boom down.
Come on, Ralph. If you can do this, Ralph, people will think you're so cool. Mark Ronson will take you to the cavern to see Lulu. You met Lulu?
I did, actually.
So groovy. OK, carry on.
We could do it all night. I know it's perfect.
Can we, Ralph?
Okay. We could if you wanted.
Right.
It's perfect. I know exactly what it is. I just don't know the name of it.
Well, I can pass it over.
Adele, you know, right?
MGMT, Time to Pretend.
It's correct. Here's how it should have sounded.
Just like the record.
Right. So that was Time to Pretend by MGMT. MGMT once decided to perform naked, covered in butter. Hey, guys, maybe we should strip off and cover ourselves in butter tonight. Why would we do that? Sort of fact that might feature in a joke in midweek pop quiz one day. No, I don't think so, but it might get repeated on Dave. Butter up, boys! Right, Mark and Adele, here are yours for Tim Minchin. Have a great time, Tim Minchin.
I failed at this game before.
All right, cool. You want to count in?
I can't really count in. Okay. I don't know, I'm quite bad.
What's happened to your lovely voice, Adele?
That's how it goes.
You know that. Come on. No. OK, let's do it. Maybe we'll do it again.
It hurts.
Jog your memory.
This is the video now. Where are you?
Suddenly I feel like a dog, only unclean.
What I was doing to you is conceptually the name of the song. How's that?
Don't know clues, Ronson!
Oh, come on. They were giving clues.
I was going to punch him, but I didn't know what I was doing. I'll just stay here, I think. Best to stay here.
That is not familiar to me in the slightest, that song.
It's a shame. You don't know what it is.
We can't do it.
You, it seems, don't really sing in real life. What happened?
You're like that Chinese kid at the Olympics.
Yeah.
I can't pretend that I'm an instrument.
Who's the real Adele?
I don't know, who do you think?
Is it the same guy who did Milli Vanilli?
She got a sore throat. She's got a sore throat.
No, that's not the reason. I don't know the song.
I'm passing it over right now.
I know this. It's Lap Dance by Nerd.
It's correct. Here's how it should have sounded.
Would you like us to do another song now?
Let's do another song.
Oh.
Yeah.
What key?
Okay.
No?
Yeah.
OK. You're the singer. Apparently. No, I think you got the...
It's a bit racist. I
I do know it. I know the band.
Who is it?
Girls Aloud?
Yes!
I don't know the song. It's really pretty, though, isn't it?
As is often the case with songs, Mark Ronson's made that song better than it could ever be. I'll tell you what it was. Can't Speak French. Here's how it should have sounded. How long's that been there? And a bit of fluff there. What are they going to say on YouTube now? Should I put it back there for continuity? So that was Can't Speak French by Girls Aloud. Girls Aloud recently signed a lucrative deal with Nestlé to advertise Kit Kat, despite claims of human rights violations towards African women. A Nestlé spokesperson said, what Cheryl does at the weekend is her own business. OK, round 3 is the Identity Parade. Phil, Jamie and Ralph, what about some classic rock? For the audience only, here's the Kinks with Lola. That was the Kinks in 1970 with their #2 hit, Lola. But which of our lineup is the drummer, Mick Avery? Is #1, Lola. #2, Ebola. #3, Toyota Corolla. #4, have you seen Guy Ritchie's film, Rock and Roller? Or #5, God, Nola. OK.
Right. #2 is Iggy Pop. Or Twiggy. Well, because it's Mick Avery from the Kinks, Mr. Amstel, I know who it is. The chaps here, do you get any pop star vibes off any of them at all?
I think I know who it is, but that's because in the Kinks, legends, aren't they?
Yeah, OK.
Are the Klaxons fans of the Kinks?
Oh, absolutely huge, yeah. Village Green Preservation Society, huge record. Yeah, you know, yes.
OK.
I think that it's our man #3 over there.
I think #3.
Well, it is #3, but let's look at #5.
Now, Ralph Little.
Yes, sir.
Lovely to have you here again.
Thank you.
Post the royal family, Ralph Little became something, I don't know if you remember, of a sort of sex guy. He became a sex guy for a while.
What do you mean became a sex guy?
You've been a bit quiet on the celebrity sex front.
I'd like to think I've grown up a little bit now.
You have grown up.
Thank you.
But let's relive the memories.
All right.
My little... This is from the People.
Oh, this was a headline. It was fantastic. I've got it framed.
My little Ralph is a big boy in bed. Gorgeous blonde Tina Benson was amazed at Ralph's bedroom skills and delighted that he was little by name, but not by nature. She was shocked. She was shocked that your name was Little.
Yes.
And so surely your genitals should follow suit.
One would think that was how it would work, yeah.
Whereas, Simon, your surname is Amstel and your penis tastes of lager.
My mum, this is how cool my mum is, I rang her and I went, listen, Mum, I just need to tell you, there's been a story sold on me, you should know. And she went, all right, give me 20 minutes, I'll go and buy the paper and I'll ring you back. Got a phone call 20 minutes later, I answered it and she went, good review, son, good review.
And it's not often she can say that, so it's nice.
No.
Shall we make a guess?
Oh, I wonder what number we're going for.
Should we try #3?
You're saying #3. Let's find out. With the real Mick Avery, please step forward. Now playing and recording with his new band, The Hitmen, Mick Avery, ladies and gentlemen. From the Kinks. All right, Mark, Adele and Tim, you've got some late 90s dance fun. For the audience only, here's Rough Drivers featuring Arola. Right, that was Rough Drivers featuring Arola with their 1990 hit Dreaming. But which of our lineup is singer Catherine Ellis? Is #1 Rough Drivers, #2 Rough Diamond, #3 Rough Kemp, #4 Rough Abbott, or #5 Rough Little?
Well,
what do you reckon, Mark's team?
Yeah, it's not 1, she's too young. 2 is thrown as an obvious kind of like, oh, raver in the middle. I think maybe,
#4 looks really familiar, though.
Mark Ronson, you've done so well, and well done.
Thanks.
Not just in the show, I mean in your life. You've done really well, no? Done really well. And then, that sister of yours, all she had to do was get off with Lindsay Lohan, and now she's more famous than you could ever be.
I know.
Aren't you pissed off?
I think Lindsay Lohan's she's a really talented actress.
What? I think she's lovely, but she's not an actress.
No.
Adele, how can you have a go at Sam Runston's girlfriend like this? Why can't
I like her, but she's not an actress. I like her.
But she, you know, her career is actress.
And singing, and she has a leggings company.
Leggings company? Well, we all have our leggings.
That's true.
How do you feel about this, Mark? Do you feel you'll work with Adele again after
You're
this?
in a lot of trouble when this comes
I
out.
like Lindsay, and I think her and Sam are great.
If you found out Duffy was bisexual, would you hate her even more?
No, I don't hate her anyway. You do.
I'm really enjoying it now, Adele. You turned into my Aunt Sybil. OK, so you're saying which number?
I reckon it's 1. You reckon it's 4?
He's one.
I think it's 4, 3 or 4. Which one do you think? 4? Should we go 4?
OK,
Are you
4.
OK?
We're gonna have to rush you.
OK,
Sure.
4.
You're saying 4?
Yeah.
With the real Catherine Ellis, please step forward.
Ah!
Very good work. Very good work. Now recording material with Freemasons and her new band Bimbo Jones. Catherine Ellis, ladies and gentlemen. Catherine Ellis. So we end with next lines. Phil's team, you're in the lead.
Right.
Just. You get to go first. Your time starts now. I just called to say I love you.
I was called to say I care.
Correct, Stevie Wonder. It's not over, not over, not over.
It's not over yet.
Correct, Klaxons.
No, it wasn't ours, it was Grace.
Whose was it?
Oh, it's what they call it, Grace with the...
We haven't got time for this boring mumbling.
Fair call.
Ooh!
Body form.
Ooh! Correct, Klaxons. He pulled me down on top of him and begged me to talk dirty. I happily agreed.
Simon Amstel Diaries.
Very close. He grabbed my bum and pulled me down on him harder. It was bliss. That's gorgeous blonde Tina Benson in The People.
My one was funnier.
Yours was but a bit homophobic. Right. OK, you've got 9 points. You've got 4 points.
Think they're going to do it.
Ready?
How many do we need to win?
5.
Yeah.
5.
6.
5. Yeah. Your time begins now. I kissed a girl.
And I liked it.
Correct. Katy Perry kissed a girl. I'm singing in the rain.
Just
Sing in the rain.
Correct. Should I give up?
Or should I just keep chasing pavements?
Correct. And which did you do? You gave up.
I gave up,
Yeah.
I've never chased the pavement, really.
Was it a lie? Well, shake it up, baby. Now, shake it up, baby.
Twist and
Twist
shout.
and shout.
Correct. Twist and Shout, The Beatles, produced by Mark Ronson, of course. You got me begging for mercy.
Release me. Why won't you release me?
Correct. Duffy. Bitch. It's fine. Oh, wow. Well, this is dramatic, people. It's a tie. So thanks to Phil, Jamie and Ralph, Mark, Adele and Tim. This has been Nevermind the Buzzcocks. Join us next week when our guest captain will either be Stephen Fry or Dappy from N-Dubs, depending on Dappy's availability. Good night, everybody.
Joining us is the great Eddie Izzard, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. From The Simpsons, Harry Shearer is here. It's a no-brainer. You've left planet Earth, you have. After Beautiful People on BBC Two.
Don't go away, lovelies. It's me next. Mum, set the video.